Hi, everybody. Happy
Hello.
Saturday. Welcome to some reading sprints, productivity sprints. I have Lee here from Dark Roots Creations. We are
Hello.
hoping that Storm is going to be able to join us. She said if she's late, it's because she's having technical difficulties, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So I know everybody's busy on a Saturday, so thank you guys all so much for popping in and joining. This just works so much better for me than the nights. I'm just, you know what it's like, Lee. It's just too tiring at the end of the day.
You're like, it's bad enough you're trying to think of what you're going to eat. Never mind, like, get on here and do a bunch of other stuff.
I know, and you know, I've already peopled all day long.
Right.
I'm peopled out.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know in the comments, what are you guys reading? We are almost halfway through. Oh, I don't know if it's happy, but happy Veterans Day, Remembrance Day to those who celebrate. I know my mom was watching the service at 11:11. I could hear the bugles and I'm like, that harkens back to when I was in public school. We used to do the assemblies. They used to do the bugler and stuff. Yeah. So
I live next to like an oil refinery.
okay.
And at 11:11, I heard like their sirens going off just for the celebration. I know there wasn't anything going on. So
Yeah, but still, that's neat. Yeah, I know that they were doing parades and all kinds of things around here. So
very cool.
So what are you reading, Lee?
I am reading True Betrayals by Nora Roberts.
Oh, yes.
And this one is about a girl who was raised, she's now an adult. She was raised by her father, believing her mother was dead the whole time. And then her mother sends her a letter saying she was alive. She had gone to prison for murdering her boyfriend. And now she wants to see how you're doing. And
as you do.
And that's not a spoiler. That's how it starts. So. Yeah.
Just the way it goes. Interesting. So are you enjoying it though?
It's okay. Like I was more into that. Now we're like a little bit into the romance, and I'm like, get back to the crazy mom and her.
Yeah.
Let's go back to them. You know.
Kiss, kiss, hug, hug, makeup, whatever. Just get back to the craziness.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think I have like 40 minutes left in that one.
So. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That should be a nice quick finish for you, hopefully.
Yeah. How about you?
Very good. I picked up yesterday. I was in the mood for a holiday book. So I borrowed from my library The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello, which is a young adult. It's cute. It's like under 300 pages. They both work in this the town built itself around this movie. Like this movie came out in the 90s. That was like this big rom-com. And now that's what the town's known for because it was filmed in this town. So they kind of like really roll with it, kind of an idea. So they work in the gift shop and they accidentally switch their phones, the guy and the girl. And they find out each other's big secret. Well, she writes a book blog and he's something about mountain climbing. But my issue is that the reason why she's keeping this blog a secret seems very flimsy to me. Like, it's because her parents don't want her to have social media, which I totally get, each to their own. But she's 18 now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed a little weird. Plus the fact that I don't know about you when you read YA, but I think more so with YA contemporary, I have a really hard time with the main character sometimes. I find that she's a little bratty.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that I know it all attitude.
Yeah, or it's like a big deal over nothing type of thing, and it's like
exactly.
It's you, not the situation.
Exactly. But the one thing I have to admit though is that the author has been really great because the book blog that she does, all the girl reads is Christmas books, like not just Christmas rum, but just Christmas books. Yeah. And that's what it's called, Tinsel and Tropes or something, which I think just sounds delightful. And she's talking about all these books that don't really exist. And I'm like, but I want to read that book. There was one that she was just talking about. It was a cozy mystery series called Hanukkah Hijinks. And they're all like Hanukkah themed cozy mysteries. I'm like, well, somebody needs to write that, please.
That's funny. Yeah, like you want to read Lindsay? That's cool. That'd be cool if she eventually wrote books about all of those books,
Right, if the author went ahead and that would be awesome. That would be super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump into some comments. Hi, Pat. Hello, everyone listening to Desperation and Death by J.D. Robb, which is number, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think Pat's way far into the series at this point. And don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Pat. Very appreciated. Emily, hello, everyone. I'm reading Their Convenient Christmas Engagement by Catherine Mann. Harlequin Presents. I'm pretty sure based on the title. That or a Desire novel, because Catherine Mann, I think, is written for Desire as well. So could be either.
Okay.
We got here. Cajun, hope everyone is doing well. I'm reading Honeydale Lodge, Honeydale #1, that it's set in a Scottish holiday park, and all the cottages are shaped like shoes.
Oh, that's cute.
How cozy is that? That is super adorable. Cajun, you're finding the best books on Kindle Unlimited, like all these Chicklet books. Hannah, hi. I will be starting Syrup to No Good by Catherine Burns.
Nice.
The second one, right? I think so. Amy, hi everyone. I'm currently reading Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I'm at 61%. Excellent. Cav, hi all. Just came in from a nice brisk walk and finished listening to the Air Raid Book Club. Bawled my eyes out. Now on to a rom-com. Better Watch Out by Natalie Walters. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds Christmassy too. Purple Rainhearts, hello. I'll be reading Needle and Dread. Great title. Hannah, Amy, are you devouring that book? And PK wants to also know, Amy, what are you thinking about it? Jen, hi everyone. I'm listening to Meredith Alone by Claire Alexander and Working Around the House today. I read that as rocking around. Amy Hennigy, the Iron Flame is so good, I can't pull myself out of it. Now, is that the second one or the first one?
I thought the Fourth Wing was the first one. I could
You're
be
right.
wrong.
Yes, that's got to be the second one. Okay, yeah. Hello, cool gamer. Welcome. Jessica, hello, everyone. I am hoping to read more of my scavenger hunt pick. Oh, yeah. Shoot, I got to get that done for tomorrow, too. I went with One Bad Apple by Sheila Connolly. Not been a good week with reading, so way behind me as well, Jessica.
Same.
And I know Lee hasn't been feeling well either, so one of those weeks. Cage and Jessica, hope your weekend and next week is better. Absolutely. PK, hi Sarah, hi Lee. Saturday mornings may be helpful getting me started. How long are you planning to go for? Just a couple of hours, PK. We're going to stop about an hour before yours would be starting. Just to give everybody a break, stretch your legs, and then we can jump into your sprints. Barbara, good morning, Barbara. This is throwing me off with the good morning, but yeah, they're West Coast.
There you go.
Yeah. Good morning, friends. I have a stack of books, coffee, and homemade almond croissant. Yum. Let's get this party started. Did you bring enough for the class?
I was going to say, can we come to your house?
Seriously. Emily, hi, everyone. I am working on Iron Flame. Are we going to get a bingo this round?
Right?
Shoot. There it is. Hi, Ro. Hello, welcome. And meanwhile, we have someone over in, I believe she's seen as in Germany.
Oh.
So welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Amy, so Iron Flame is so good. I think it's better than Fourth Wing. So much going on, and I love the dragons. Oh, yeah, those were the books with the dragon Nookie, right? PK, Emily, how are you liking it? I've been hearing mixed responses. Cajun, oh, I so want Hanukkah hijinks, right? Someone needs to write this. PK, Amy, good to hear. I didn't buy it, waiting for my library hold. Should be about 6-ish months. I'm not in a rush. So much to read in the meantime.
Very true.
That happened to my aunt. I was talking to her the other day, and her and I exchange book recs all the time. And like 6 months ago, I'm like, you got to read The Guncle. The Guncle was amazing. It was like my favorite book last. She's like, okay. So she immediately goes and puts it on hold at the library because she does not buy books. Everything comes from the library for my aunt, right? Then all of a sudden this book came in and she calls me. She's like, did you recommend this to me? I said, yeah. I said, read it. I love it. She's like, I have it on my nightstand for this weekend, she says.
Nice. So I'm sure she's going to love it. It was such a good book.
That's it. My mom loved it. Everybody who's read it loved it. But that's kind of fun when you just suddenly you forgot you put this on hold and now it's like, oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Ambi, hello from my creative corner of creation. Welcome, Ambi. I'm still reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. No, hey, that's excellent. Michelle, The Gratitude Search. Reading Little Deaths by Emma Flint. True crime fiction. Excellent. Lots of good stuff in here. Rose says, 9 a.m. here. Waking up, so coffee. Then I can read. Yes. No typey before coffee.
Right.
Aisha started Daughters of War from Diana Jeffries. Excellent. Cajun, my friend cannot believe I've fallen in love with these UK chick lit books. But they're just so amazing. Iron Flame is the second book. Thank you. Barbara, the Fourth Wing in Iron Flame is on Scribe, so you don't need to go to the bookstore. Dream says, hello, everyone. Scribe is rebranding itself now, isn't it? It's not Scribe anymore.
It's Everwood or Ever.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm like, what is this new app now on my phone?
Yeah, I heard somebody say it's like a blue with an ampersand now, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. So I haven't used it yet. I will see if it differs at all from Scribe. Anna, I'm next in line for the Guncle. I'm so excited. Yay. I hope you love it. Sonia, hello. Hi, Sarah and Lee just popped in to say hello. I'm not reading. I'm decorating for Christmas. Just a few things. My tree is up across the way from me. I may have filmed 2 videos going up later this week, both in front of the Christmas tree.
People around my job, like 3 houses at my job last night or Thursday when I left, they like all had Christmas lights already up. I'm like, oh man, you guys are starting early.
I think right now people just need the cheer. That's my personal opinion. With everything going on in the world, I think we just, plus I don't know about your area and you know what the demographics are, but Diwali is tomorrow and we have a lot of in our area. So I think they also use the lights, right? For Diwali.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it.
I don't mind. I'm like, wow. I'm like,
I know it seems early.
I feel like people are still eating their Halloween candy and like we have like Christmas up already.
No, you're right. Like I see like it should be, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, but no, I agree. It's like it brings the coziness, you know what I mean? And like the happy
100%.
times and I agree. And like we need that. Wherever we're at, we need that right now. So
absolutely. Oh, that's what she was saying. The Guncle Part 2 next year. Yes.
I saw that.
I can't wait. I cannot. I may or may not have it on pre-order. Rose says, I finished Fools Rushed In by Kristen Higgins yesterday, and I absolutely loved it. It gave me all the feels. Okay, now I can recommend.
Here we go.
Kristen Higgins, The Best Man. The Best Man is hands down probably my favorite book by her. Running in a very close second is Just One of the Guys. You will love them. You will love them. She writes such emotional stories. Hannah says, I was going to say it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but then I remember that Sarah's in Canada. Yeah, Thanksgiving was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It's already Christmas in the stores too. Yeah, Garrett and I were at the Walmart this morning, and it's Christmas all over the place. Sonia says, this is the only weekend I have to do it, and usually I'm earlier. I feel late. Dream says, absolutely. I need some happiness right about now. 100%. Jen says, part of what I'm doing around the house today is putting away the new and getting some Christmas out. The tree is going up today for sure. Awesome. Cajun, I am so not feeling holiday-ish. So I may start some holiday books and see if they perk me up. Oh, and especially those chicklet ones. Those ones are like the ultimate for Christmas cheer.
Real good, yeah.
Oh, yeah. PK, people started Halloween in like August, so they're sick of it by now and starting the Christmas season stuff now, and they'll be sick of it by the actual holiday. That's pretty much how it goes. Yeah. Have fun. I have eaten some mince pies already. Oh, my dad loved mincemeat pies. Esther, I think people are trying to get the lights up before the heavy snow comes. That's true too. Well, it's still kind of warm.
Yeah.
Fall not new. Oh. And we might not go out for Christmas this year. Just my dad just started PT and I don't want to go get the tree by myself. That's fair. That's fair. Rose says, I have just one of the guys on ebook. I will look for The Best Man on audiobook because I like the narrator and she seems to have the same one for a few books. Yes. And The Best Man is the first in a series. So start there. It's by far one of my favorites. Abby says, I wish my mom would let us decorate for Christmas. She says, Thanksgiving needs some love first. I get it.
True.
Hannah, I can't wait for December, though. I'm excited for my David's Tea Advent Calendar. Yay. And I just bought a chocolate Advent Calendar at Walmart. Because I'm 5. Jessica says, Hannah, fake trees work too. I have a small 2-foot tree, and it's my tree for the last few years. That's what I have now. It's just a little tabletop one. Pamela says, my husband is starting the outside lights today because when he waits longer, it gets very cold. And when the ground freezes, it's harder to put stakes in the ground. Oh. Absolutely. Hannah says, Jessica, my dad is so anti-fake tree. Okay, I thought maybe that could be it. And I am making myself wait to try my teas in the advent calendar, but I also ordered s'mores chai. Oh, yes. And yeah, I need more of that already, right? Delicious.
Thank you for the reminder. I am out of the pistachio ice cream one, and that has become like my absolute new favorite one I need to learn.
Really?
I love that one. Like, wow. I was like kind of bummed I'm not drinking coffee anymore because it messes with me. But that has become like my new coffee in the morning. I love it.
Really? Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Oh, yay. Yeah. I love hearing that. I can't wait to try to do one Kristen Higgins a month. Yes. And her older stuff is the contemporary romance. Her newer stuff is women's fiction. Both are fantastic. But I'm just saying, if you read one of her newer books, you're going to be like, wait a minute, this isn't really romancy. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Sarah, will you be doing sock yarn exchange advent? That's always my favorite to watch. The answer is no. Aww. I'm not doing my sock yarn blanket this year because, do I have it here beside me? Do I have it? I got something in the mail that I ordered because I got a Christmas, like it's called, what's it called? Christmas Eve cast on. So I got sock yarn to make a pair of socks, and you're supposed to cast them on Christmas Eve. What I'm actually going to do is, this is going to be my December project. I'm going to cast these on, work on so much every day. So that will be my sock yarn pick. I know, kind of boring for the rest of you, but I'd like a pair of socks for Christmas Day.
There you go. Do you think, though, that you could show us the blanket that you were working on last year?
Yeah.
Because I'm always curious, like, what it winds up looking like.
When we sprint, I will go grab it. Okay. And I will show you. Yeah, no. I mean, I have lots of yarn to do that. I should, but this part of me also wants to work on.
Yeah, you want to do that project. Yeah, that's
understandable. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Ambi, I never had a fake tree until I was an adult. We've only ever had fake trees. I'm listening to Slashing Through the Snow. Guess it puts me in the Christmas mood. I mean, nothing says holiday like murder. Right. Yes. Pistachio ice cream tea. Where do you get such magic? Teach me the ways of this. David's tea. Sonia. With that. Plus you get Theodore. I got holiday black tea blend from Williamsburg last week, and it smells like Christmas. I love it. Oh, that sounds delightful. Okay, that's fair. Sounds like a fun day. Oh, you guys are hilarious.
That's funny.
Lee, have you tried decaffeinated coffee? I drink decaf coffee as I can't handle caffeine anymore.
That's, I think, is the problem, is the caffeine in coffee. When it's in a tea, I seem to be okay with it. So
I had this discussion with my cardiologist because she's like, I don't want you drinking coffee because of the caffeine. And I'm like, I drink tea. She goes, it affects your body differently between tea and coffee. So like I got a mocha today from Starbucks and I actually got it decaffeinated, like decaf espresso. Yeah. Eric's like, that's not the point of espresso. I'm like, but I want the taste.
The taste of it. Yeah.
Right. He's like, and he just looks at me. Right. I'm like, listen, shut up.
Yeah. Sometimes I do a decaf coffee just when I really want the coffee flavor. So
exactly. Let's see. I don't know if Storm's going to be on or not.
Come on. You can do it.
I don't want to put too much pressure on her. I'll let her. I see you there, Storm, in case you hear me. I will, if I see your face come up, I will add you in. Jessica, we had a fake, then real, then fake because our dog always wanted to eat the pine needles. Yes. Yeah. Yep. I have been learning to crochet. It's not as easy as it looks. No, it's not. But welcome, Reading Robbie. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Better late than never.
Yep. Hopefully. I mean, I was here, even when I was here and stuff, I was waiting.
Oh, no.
For my computer to put you guys on here and everything. I'm like, come on. I need a new computer. I need one to battery.
Yeah, I hear you. What are you reading, Storm?
I don't know. I was
working on the computer.
He's like, listen, one thing at a time.
Busy
Okay?
trying to I will probably be listening to something. Either I'm going to have read me an ebook that I really need to get to, or I'll be listening to an audiobook. But I'm trying to make me a garden journal, or like a rough draft for a garden journal, like what I want to put in my garden. I got to get I'm trying to be smart this time and get an early start on things. I've been watching all these homesteading things, so
I was gonna say that's what you're doing.
She's nesting.
And I'm like, dadgummit, my garden never does very good, so I'm going to make sure that I have like maybe a decent garden by, what plant needs what fertilizer, and I'm writing that down in here so that I have like this big book of like gardening in Missouri, but only a small section of it is for edibles. I don't want to carry that around. I want all my stuff here, so I've been writing down some of the stuff in there, and then looking online to see things and how other people do it and try to make notes.
That's awesome. It works. That's fantastic. Great job.
So I haven't been doing a lot of reading. Like for the month of November, I think I've read 4 books.
Yeah, it seems like, October was great for me, but then all of a sudden November kind of went bloop,
Well, and I think I read like 35 books in October.
Well, yeah, you're a little not burnt out, but you know what I mean.
And technically for the whole year, I think I've read over 300. So I'm like, you know what? I'm okay
awesome.
with.
Yeah. You can just call it now and be like, I will see you in January.
I'm having fun with my homesteading videos, and
good for you. Good for you. Absolutely. Jessica, that sounds like a cool project. Sarah, I'll have to show us through it so we can see all the progress. Yes, that's my goal on that one. Rose says, reading Robbie, I taught myself to crochet with YouTube. There are a lot of beginner tutorial videos, and I taught myself to knit via YouTube. So it
Are
can
you still
be done.
working on your shawl or whatever it is?
No, I had to rip that out again because I just can't count. But I've restarted it last night, so I'm going to pick that up while we're on sprints and listen. Or maybe I'll add to my blanket. I haven't done that in a while. All the things. I want to knit all of the things, and I need more time.
I like your sock blanket. That one's pretty cool.
I love that one. It's just so cool. My goal is to actually finish it before I die. So Garrett gets so mad because I'm so morbid. I'm like, what if I'm not here next year? He's like, stop it.
Well, sometimes you just got to joke about it, or you like.
Because if not, it just becomes too frightening, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, so I got to get all these books started. See, I can't go anywhere. That's it. The Grim Reaper would be like, dude, I don't have time. Look at my TBR.
Yeah.
Come back. Give me 5 to 10
not
years.
the time.
Yeah. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Right. Which will be never. So
yeah, never. Coffee has stronger caffeine than tea. Absolutely. I got a coffee advent calendar. Oh, that's cool. I saw one in Walmart today, actually, Barb. And I thought of all my coffee drinker friends. Dream, I like decaf coffee just for the taste, but I add a lot of milk and sugar too.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. So I'm drinking Jeffrey Disney Blend Mini Mint. It's delightful, but I just rushed to the interwebs to look for David's. Welcome down the rabbit hole of David's tea.
Yeah.
Welcoming Storm in. Hello, hello. My dogs are scared of the trees. Hi, Dream. Hi, friends. Hi, Storm. My cats plus real tree equals disaster.
100%.
That's why my tree is currently sitting up on a table, and they still put their paws up and they're doing, oh, hello.
Get away.
Yeah. And he says, crochet is super easy, and I love it so much. I only crochet. I don't knit. Saying hello back to Ro. Cajun, the doctor told me coffee could cause my, how do you say it? I know what it is. Yeah.
Rosacea, yeah.
Okay, thank you. To flare. And I just looked at him and said, my face can be red. I will deal with it.
That's it.
Laughing. So true. I stopped having trees after my first year of having cats. We'll just do a couple more comments, then we will jump into a sprint. Mm-hmm. Good job on getting organized, Storm. The garden should look good next year. Yes, we want to see video of that next year.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Well, you could do videos on just that. You could become
I was going to say, yeah. You could start your beginner homestead channel.
Right? Your whole journey.
Yeah.
She's like,
Because you know what? I feel like people love because I watch a lot of those too, really quick. I watch a lot of those too. And when people were in the beginning of their journeys and like you're seeing their mistakes and like I love that. When they sort of become like too professional and polished, I'm kind of like, I'm not seeing any of your mistakes. I know everything didn't work out perfect for you every single time. Like people
I
don't
like
love
to
the
watch
beginning.
Homesteading with the Zimmermans. They're ex old order Mennonites,
Mhm.
the horse and buggy kind of Mennonites, they always say. But even though they have all like the conveniences of like plugging in mixers and things like that, and stuff. She still does a lot of stuff the old way, and it's really interesting because like they have a hand crank churning butter.
Mhm.
And she has all her kids sets a timer for 5 minutes, and they all have to go over there and
I've
crank it
seen
for
that, yes.
and stuff.
that is
But
awesome.
she's so like down to earth and everything. And if she makes like messes in the kitchen, she doesn't like worry about. She's like, I'm a messy. I clean up my own messes, but she shows all of her messes. She doesn't try to make her videos
Mhm.
like all
Right.
clean
I
and
love that.
and proper.
That's
and so
awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Oh, I love it. I think that would be very. I know my aunt who's like big into youth. Like she watches all the she loves watching that stuff. Absolutely. She lives in the middle of the city and doesn't leave her house ever, but she loves watching these things.
Yeah. It's the life you don't have.
Right?
It's like she's said that she's had commenters say that she sounds uneducated.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I am uneducated. She's like, I come from the old Mennonite order. She's like, you only went to school till 8th grade.
If that.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I think what I have is skill
Exactly.
Absolutely.
and everything. You
Absolutely.
don't have to be educated to be able to know what. And I swear she does math better than I do. So I'm like, if she's uneducated, then I want her an education.
Seriously. Seriously. Dream says, I wish my cats were scared of our Christmas tree. They just try and eat it, and it's fake. Yeah, the cats, I always say they like to clean their teeth on the Christmas tree. Arr, arr, arr. Right, Presley? That's right. Esther says, winter sewing. So yeah, I did it for a few years. Different and fun. Excellent. All right, so we're going to jump into a sprint for 30 minutes. I'm not going to put the banner up, but we're going to read till the top of the hour or sprint or whatever it is that you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But let me get the ambiance up here because I did pick one ahead of time. Yay. I thought this one was super cute. Let's go full screen. Come on. Ah, you silly thing. Share. I feel like Tiffany trying to figure this out. Love you, Tiffany. All right, everybody. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
So how did everybody do? Hold, please.
I don't know exactly where I'm at, like what chapter,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm listening to Tentacles by Roland Smith. I have an actual print book, but I just haven't really been taking the time to read my print book, so I found an ebook.
Oh, nice.
So letting A read it to me.
Sure.
It's one of mine for the cryptid readathon and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I'm almost at the 50% mark of the Holiday Switch. It's cute. I mean, it's a cute YA contemporary. I know it's nothing that's Storms. I know you're not a fan of YA contemporary, but yeah, so it's okay. It's fun. It's Christmassy.
It depends on how angsty they are.
This one isn't. It's more the main character's bratty.
That's too. I don't care for much.
Yeah, no.
Because I've read some young adult contemporary ones, and I'm like, oh, this wasn't too bad. And then other ones is like, oh my goodness, they're so.
I know, right? It's not as bad as you think.
Right.
How'd you do, Lee?
Good. I just finished the book.
Yay!
So there was a nice tie-in between the two stories. So.
Oh, good.
What are you reading? Since I was here and I didn't.
It was True Betrayals by Nora Roberts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I did grab on my Nora reading too.
Listen, this is only the second book that I have finished. So this month. So you're good.
Really? Good for you. Hey, every book is a win.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's like
it looks so cool.
It
just reminds me so much of like the quilts that I used to have that my grandparents like sewed, and stuff.
Yeah.
Not crocheted, but actually sewed and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So I think
that's what it reminds me of. Is like a handmade quilt or something, right? But I'm like, oh, I was partway through a square, and then I realized that I'm using my my monster ball of yarn. Because when I finish when I finish a square, if I don't have enough to do another square, I just tie it onto the one before, and then I eventually make a giant ball. So as I'm knitting, I'm just constantly getting new colors, which is
nice.
I don't like wasting yarn. Like that's a lot of yarn,
yeah.
you know.
And if it's something for you and it's not like something you're doing for somebody else, it doesn't really matter. Like
does not matter
what it looks like. So I wouldn't.
I'm gonna finish this and put it on the bed, and Presley is probably gonna do the biscuits, and it's gonna be destroyed in 3 seconds. So
All
right. He like, oh look, you made this for me.
Yeah, thanks.
It's like Dresden gets on my bed and she like scratches here trying to make a nest and goes around in circles. And she has, and it's like, I swear it's like her security blanket because it's the blanket she's had from when she was a baby.
Aww.
And it used to be a blanket that was on my bed, but now it has these holes all over it and all these places where she dug and scratched and things like that.
Yep.
And I put it down here on her bed, and sometimes she prefers to lay down here than up there with me. Like if I do something with it, she looks at me. It's like, it's got to get washed every now and then.
Yeah. Garrett noticed that Missy, because he's got a big green blanket that goes on his bed on the couch in the basement. And she does, like I said, the biscuit. She kneads but she will grab the blanket in her mouth and suck on it and do this at the same time. So it's like obviously a mother, like, you know what I mean? Like thing. So that's why Garrett's like, yeah, we got to wash this now. It's got cat slobber on it. Where were we? Let's see here. Danielle, reading The Home for Uring and Outcast Girls by Julia Kibler. Sounds like a thriller. And Ambi, over 300 books. Do you do anything other than read?
Not much, no.
No, not really. Thanks for asking.
Well, and I'm like, I really need to, and I listen to a lot of audiobooks is the thing too. So, but I'm like, I really should, I need a hand hobby to like, I really need to get back into like trying to crochet or knit or something so that when I'm listening to the audiobooks, I feel a little more accomplished because I'm making something.
Doing something, yeah.
I resubscribed to Books and Lala, and I realized like the first video of hers that I saw came up a day or so ago, and she's trying these different crafts while listening to audiobooks. Like she's painting ceramics. And I thought, what a fun video series. Like, you try this new hobby and listen to audiobooks and see how it goes, and that might be fun to try. Alicia, 300 books is amazing. I never get more than 50 in a year. You are still outpacing most people, even at,
a lot of people,
right? Amy says 300 books. Storm, congratulations. I thought my 101 books so far this year was good. BK, if you just want the coffee flavor, eat the coffee flavored ice cream. Simple. Just say, well, my doctor said. Emily, I said the same thing when I had cancer, Sarah. My family got so mad, but it helped me cope with how bad things really were at the time. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like that's where I'm thinking, like, that's the worst that's going to happen. That if, like anything else we can deal with.
Right. Right.
Well, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Reading Raspberry Danish Murder and listening to Next Door, 51% in and a bit busy, so reading later on. Excellent.
Now I want a Raspberry Danish. Thank you.
I know. It's like that one's going to make me hungry.
Ree says, hi, all. I'm reading The Worst Kept Secret by QB Tyler. Then we have, what do we got over here? Bear with me just no, hold on. Okay. Whoops. Hello. Barb, Sarah, can you drink green tea? My doctor says I can't because it thickens your blood. I am on aspirin regimen. I am on blood thinners, but from what I've been told is don't suddenly eat a bowl full of spinach. Like if you, and I've always drank green tea, I always drink it, so my body's just used to that level. If I suddenly stopped, then I might have some issues. So it's all a balance, and I'm not too sure about these comments. I hope you are better. It is scary. Yes, with the cancer, I hope so for sure. We're just going to skip that. Emily, Cajun, I'm fine now, but it was a long journey. Yeah, good for you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Storm, watch the Acre Homestead. She is very informative.
Yeah, it's Becky.
I went and looked her up. I seen her. I think I may have seen her like come across a couple of times. I might have watched.
She's my put in the background when I want to not read or listen to something and just clean up and listen to her go about her day.
You see, that's what I do with the homestead with the Zimmermans. Yeah.
Nice. Get that one. Cajun, so glad to hear that, Emily. Yes, I agree. Ro, so much ambiance has been having mid-roll ads now. One started during my sprints yesterday. I had to switch to the kitty timer. So I don't think that one had a mid-roll ad, did it? Oh, maybe it did. Because the thing is, I don't see them because I pay for YouTube Premium. So I don't get the mid-roll ad. So I apologize if you guys are when I'm doing the ambiance things. But
I didn't see one, though.
Yeah. I didn't see one. But
I was thinking maybe you wouldn't because I'm the one who's paying for YouTube Premium, right? So, right? So that just kind of makes sense. Because that's all I do is watch YouTube. We don't have Netflix or anything. So that's my treat. Nadine, good morning. I'm having trouble adjusting to Mountain Time. My head is still in Pacific Time. Anywho, I'm reading The Roaring Days of Zora Lily by Noelle Salazar. Halfway through, liking it so far. Excellent. Sounds historical fiction-ish.
Yeah, there's a historathon going on, I think.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Oh, and speaking of historathon, the first person, of course, I think of, Melissa. Big congratulations to Melissa over at Libraries in Labrador. She had her baby boy.
Oh, did she have
It was posted on Instagram, I think, yesterday. His name is Wayne.
Nice.
Which my husband went, Bruce Wayne? No. So just wanted to say that. Melissa, I know you're not watching this, but Dramini. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dramini. Welcome. Pamela, I love watching tiny home living. Oh my God, me too. That's my obsession. I'm like, I could live in a house that tiny. My books couldn't, but I could.
Yeah. I know it's like, I could live in a tiny house, but I need a tiny house for my books.
Right.
I need a full dugout basement that's the size of a football field.
You have to live close. live close to the storage unit you have that houses all of your books for you.
Could you see it? Somebody comes to your house and they're like, "Where do you live in?" One is like, "No, that's for my books. This is mine." And it's the tiny house.
It's my tiny house and my tiny library.
And you've got like this, like one of those large storage units or whatever. That's where your books are, but you got this tiny house.
Right.
And then I'd have another little unit going, this is for my yarn.
Yeah.
And this third one is for my husband.
Right.
There you go.
But I have too much shit to live that way. Exactly. Exactly. PK, doing second ever crocheted Afghan. It's half double. Very easy. Then I'll do one for our receptionist for her birthday in January. She gives me a gift card for my birthday yesterday. So need to do something nice. Oh, that's very sweet.
Happy birthday, PK.
Happy birthday, PK. I haven't been on
Yeah,
Discord. I do apologize. But happy birthday. I hope you had a great day. Wrote PK, half double crochet is my fave. I don't know. That sounds like some jumping jacks move. Jump rope. Getting lots of practice this way. And doing it as a gift makes me actually complete it. I need that. I'm such a procrastinator. That's why this morning helped me get going. Thanks, Sarah. You are very welcome. Ro, it is such a fun stitch. I'm an absolute beginner, and I think I've found my go-to. I did also gift myself a daily calendar of crochet stitches, so we'll see how ambitious I get. What a brilliant idea.
When I was crocheting for a little bit, I liked the double crochet. I liked it. I was working on an Afghan, and I think it got about like this tall when I like put it to the side for some reason, and then just never went back to the. I have like some bags of yarn. I mean, they're just sitting there because I never went back to it, and I'm like, I really should get that back out. Like,
my mom came across like all these knitting needles she had. Like she had a ton, right? But the old school, like with the numbers on the end and stuff I would never use because stuff has changed so much in 30, 40 years. And she just gave it all away because I'm like, I'm not going to use them. There's no sense in me holding on to them, right? Yeah. The only thing I have that's older is that when my grandmother died, she was partway through a pair of slippers. So I actually took the project. So I haven't finished them, but I've got like where she ended. So I'm like, I just can't finish them yet. These are grandma's half-finished slippers.
I have when I was cleaning, I was like, oh look, there's where all my hooks and like needles and things are, because I've tried knitting. Mm-hmm. I did fairly well with the knitting until I look at it and there's a hole in it, and I'm like, really? I was making a pot holder. That was my first little deal with knitting, and I'm like, I was doing so well, and there's a hole. I like stick my finger in a hole, and it's like, wait.
Design feature.
Right? And I know like some people are like, just take some like yarn or whatever and
there's a way to fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same. I put a pair of my socks on yesterday, my hand knit socks, and there's a hole in the right. And I'm just like, I'll fix it later. Because I'll just sew it back up. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I worked too long on these.
True. There you go.
Working on my log cabin shrug and reading all the winter murder fantasy books. Now that sounds like a great day.
Yeah.
Pat, don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat. Dramini, I'm currently reading Apple Pie a la Murder, freshly baked cozy book #1 by Kathleen Suzette for my scavenger hunt pick for this week. I'm also reading The King's Mother by Judith Arap, I think, both on KU. Excellent. Pat, Desperation and Death is 55. We thought it was later in the series. Nadine, Pat, thanks for the reminder. Rose said started Merry and Bright by Debbie Maycomer on audiobook. I think I read that one. It's super cute.
I read that one. I was looking up some things for when we did our announcement or whatever. I thought, oh, look, I must have really liked that because it had 5 stars.
I did too. I gave it 5 stars too. I loved it.
Ruby says, didn't read anything this spring. No problem. Elizabeth, no reading, but bought my dad's Christmas present. Hey, that's productive right there. Purple got 32 pages. Cajun 60%. Made it to 12%. 63% of Iron Flame. Fantastic. Arena read 12 more pages. A couple of pages. I need to clean the cat litter trays. Yuck. Mm-hmm. Not a fun job. Although, sorry, on a side note, when I met that guy last year who had the heart transplant or who was up for the heart transplant in the hospital, he told me, I did not know this. Once you have a heart transplant, you can't go near cat litter. There's something in cat litter that can affect the transplant. He goes, so I can't be around cats. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, that's a no dice for me. It's just the cat litter would stay somewhere away from me.
Yeah, but no, that becomes your husband's job.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what you're like, Garrett. I can't do it.
My life is on the line. You have to do
I
it.
could get so dramatic with it, right? But he told me, and I was like, that's the most randomly weird thing I've ever heard in my life. But
Yeah.
so next cat we get, we're gonna teach him to use the toilet.
There you go.
Barbara said, I read some of Breath of Snow and Ashes. This book from Outlander 3 through now are really good. Did not like the first two, but my OCD makes me finish the series. Well, I'm glad to have OCD to finish Outlander. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Jen says, I listened to 11% at 93% now. I also swapped out laundry and did the dishes, and I had to get all my Christmas mugs out and cleaned. One of the most important parts of decorating for me for Christmas. I concur.
Well done, Jen. Very nice.
Very good. Ro, when did you start your sock yarn blanket? I'm rewatching your old videos, and I'm on 2019, and it was there. Oh, God. I have another one that's up in the closet that I kind of gave up on because when I was doing that one, I was doing like rows. So it was like the width of a king-size bed. But the problem was that now it was just a really long blanket. And I knew I was never going to finish it, right? So I started this one, and this one I'm like going in a square. So it's constantly, at any point, I could just say it's done, and it's a square, right? But my aunt said she's actually
that's really long that you had. How many rows did you have on it?
I had about 10.
Oh, wow.
It's too big for a scarf. I thought about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you can make a scarf, or maybe you can make one of those head.
Yeah, it's like, but my aunt said she's actually going to take it from me and she's going to unpick it, and she's going to get all the yarn out of it, and then I can. I'm like, you have fun with that because I do not want to do that. She can do it.
Does she get bored often? Because that's
yes. I'll be honest. She sits at home and smokes. So this is going to keep her hands busy.
Yeah, so give her something to do. Yeah.
Exactly. She's like, I want to do it. I'm like, have at it. So yeah, it's been the new blanket row. It's to answer your question. I think it's been at least a couple years.
I remember it was an Advent thing you did.
I've got to be doing it for 3 or 4 years now. Yeah. It's just one of those fits and starts that you pick up. There's this sock yarn blanket that was really popular years ago called the Beekeeper's Quilt, and it's actually crocheted. So you crochet these little hexagons, and then you're supposed to stuff them with like stuffing like for a toy. And you sew up the top, and then you sew them together, and you end up getting this like amazing like hexagon quilt. It's just beautiful, but I don't crochet, so that's not happening. Dream says, brought out some of the Christmas decorations. Anita, or Amy. Sarah, the new kitten Garfield loves to suck on blankets as well. So I'm having to wash blankets more often because of cat slobber. Yes, so you feel our pain. Read with Dr. B. Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Currently eating sugar cookie Pop-Tarts. Oh, yum. Hello, Jesse. Couple messages there. Ambi, I was wanting to read Nora Roberts' books, but the first ones I tried to read were so long that it went back before I could finish it. Yeah, she tends to write
to do the category ones, I think, if you want a short one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm reading Nora Roberts as ebooks too. Excellent. If you pay for premium, we won't see the ads. Yeah, okay, that's what I assumed. Hello to Jesse. What time is it? Okay. The books need their own house. Exactly. A tiny house with a secret door to an adjacent tiny house, and that's my library. Sounds like a plan.
There you go.
That sounds perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear loud shots, my father and my cousin are going to be shooting guns. So
fun times.
I said, you do know I'm on a live, right? Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to living in the country. See, of course, for Lee and I, it's like, well, that's just city dwelling.
Right, exactly. I was
See,
the other day. I'm like, oh my god, that sounded like a shock.
My cousin came and we had the wind blow off some shingles, and I said we need to get it done before winter because if it snows, I don't want the snow to sit on. I don't need any leaks. So he was going to pay him $40, and he's like, well, he told me, he goes, well, I spent your $40. I have $40. He's like, well, do you have any 9mm? Because my dad does his own like reloading stuff, and things. He's like, yeah, I got some of that stuff. So they bartered.
There you go.
And so now they're going to go play with them.
Happy belated birthday, PK. Yes. Hannah, premium is worth it for no ads, and you can have YouTube playing while you are on other apps. I actually download onto my phone, and when I'm sitting at work, I play YouTube, and it doesn't take me any data, which is great.
Nice.
So, thank you. I leveled up to level 57 now. Yay! Ambi, I was looking up Debbie Maycomer books, and now I'm wanting to just start reading her books, but I hate not to read Nora Roberts. You can read all the things.
Do what works for you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, start
maybe
December early. That's okay.
That's right. It just stretch both over 2 months.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
There's plenty.
Jen says yes. Pregnant women cannot change cat litter either. It could have toxoplasma, a parasite carried by cats. That's what it was that he was explaining. I just thought that was so interesting. You can train cats to use the toilet. Had I known early enough, I would have learned. He didn't like to touch the litter and use the box with 3 paws on the rim of the box, 1 to steady. The new ones came with one of those electronic ones. Like when they use it, it scoops it.
Yeah.
But it takes the special silicone litter. And we had the other litter for Presley, right? The typical litter. And when they tried that, they're like, oh, we like this better. And Gareth's like, damn it. Because you can't use the regular litter in that litter box. You can only use. But Presley is obsessed with that litter box. He'll just make it go. And then just watch as it cleans.
Goes by. He just amuses them.
Like a kid flushing the toilet, right?
I feel like he might be one of those that might like to ride on the little Roomba or whatever. Like,
yeah.
You have them sitting on there like,
yeah.
Also, this fact that there is somebody in our house is about to drive Dresden crazy. So if you keep hearing pitter patter, that's Dresden going in my room, out there to the stairs, and look down and comes in.
Yeah, investigating. Yep. Someone is infiltrated my property.
Right.
Yep, pretty much.
Ro, I want to learn knitting just for the mitered blanket like yours. The cross stitches just don't look the same. Maybe one day. Pamela, I actually tried to train a cat to use the toilet. It is a real thing. Gave up when she decided to use the couch cushion instead. Well, yeah, that'll do it. All 3 of you are on my sprints spreadsheet. I try to scour the depths of YouTube to add as many booktubers that a sprint as I can. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Vanessa. Much appreciated. Link is in my bio for anyone interested. I will check that out.
That's cool.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Dream says, Ro, Turston? I can't remember how it's pronounced. Crochet has stitches that look like knitting. I haven't tried it myself yet. A friend of mine used to do it, and it's beautiful. Very intricate crochet. Like it looks like, I think of course, the crochet, you only use the 1 hook, but it's real tiny from what I remember.
A small hook, yeah.
Yeah, like lace almost. Hello to Ro. Dream, yeah, that looks really interesting. Haven't tried it yet. Oh yeah, how is the new dog adjusting, Storm?
He's okay. Dresden don't. Like and so he stays outside in a pen most of the time. Right now, we need to get him fixed, so maybe he'll calm down. But he still wants to jump on everything, and he's so much bigger than Dresden, and he wants to play, and so he wants to jump on Dresden. I'm afraid he's like going to hurt Dresden, and then Dresden's like, But he's very playful. Like I'll let him out and like he runs around and it's funny because he's like a big puppy. And
Okay.
so have you ever seen like some of those where they're trying to run, but their feet get in front of where
Their paws are almost too big for their bodies.
and like he almost like goes head first into he's trying to walk.
Aw.
So he's kind of comical to watch try to run.
That's so cute.
Delightful. Somebody give Sarah a Roomba so we can see vids of the cats on it. I'll tell Garrett we have to get one for YouTube.
There you go.
Okay, so it could be any sized. I tried it and will pursue it later. It mimics knitting in that going one way, the yarn is all on the hook. Second way is off the hook, back and forth. It's gorgeous. Okay, thank you. I'd only ever seen somebody else do it, and at the time she was knitting like or doing a very delicate lace shawl, and it was beautiful. But yeah, thank you. So we're at the end of the comments. We'll do another sprint for. Let's go to 10 to 10 to 2, and then we will finish off any other comments and call it a day.
Perfect.
Happy reading, everybody.
Okay.
So how did everybody do?
I did good. I continued in the book Tangerine that I was reading, and I got a chapter done in that one.
Excellent. Aw.
It just took one shot. And then I got a dog. And so therefore I couldn't really write in my thing. So I just watched homesteading videos. So
Good enough.
And held a dog.
There you go. Hey, that sounds great. I finished off the chapter I was listening to on that holiday switch book. And then I decided to scroll through Facebook for a few minutes, and Garrett's niece, or our niece, I should say, she's in her 20s, and she reposted this message from the Toronto Police Services saying, watch out for the turkey on like this major intersection, the highway or whatever. And she goes, is this for real? Like, is this a joke? And I wrote her back because when they said, I'm like, no, because it's right by where I work and someone in the neighborhood has a freaking turkey. And the turkey gets out of the house or out of the backyard. And I'm not kidding you. This thing, I almost hit it with my car one day, like driving down a residential street.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, no, Jackie, it's real. It was hilarious.
The homesteading video I'm watching is they're doing, I guess there's like a collaboration with a whole bunch of them, and they're making Thanksgiving pies. And some of these pies I've like never heard of before. And it's like, hey, sound all good. Can I make all of them now?
Right? I love pie.
Yeah, I love pie better than cake. So
Me too.
And in some of these, I mean, it's just like you put that and that together, and it makes it okay. She's gonna make a apple butter and pumpkin pie together, and I'm like, oh, I never even would have thought to put those two together. So
that sounds delicious.
Yeah,
with the streusel topping.
Of course. in that like homesteader prepper community, it's like Souptember, where everybody will put out their soup recipes. It's Crocktober, everybody puts out their crock pot recipes, and then it's like pies in November. Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could bake and cook and all those good things.
I can't. I don't do. I can if I apply myself. I just don't like to. And like my dad's like, he's getting really, I think, tired of my just throw it in the microwave things, because he likes used to how they were cooked, like people on the homestead or whatever. And because he's like, he loved green beans, and there for a while, like he didn't want green beans. He didn't want green beans. He didn't want green beans. And I'm like, why don't you want them? He's like, I just don't like the taste of them anymore. And I'm like, no, you just don't like it because I don't put bacon grease and butter and all that stuff like your mama used to do it, and bake it on the, on the countertop instead of putting it in the microwave. So I've been doing that, and he's been eating them up. It's like, I was like, I know how to do it. I know what he wants, but it's like, so
to do it. Yeah.
Maybe I get inspiration from these homesteaders to do more cooking.
Well, it's having the time too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you work all day it's a lot. And, Garrett's trying to find a lot of stuff to make at home because I'm really trying to be good with my sodium. So, we can't be, but it's just like, the problem is that I am the world's pickiest eater. So it's not his fault that I'm like turning my nose up at everything.
Right. He's trying.
No. You can get down there.
Can we just have craft dinner again? No, we cannot have craft dinner again.
Yeah, and then if you like look at the sodium in your craft dinners, and then you're really like, oh, there's a lot. So then you have to make it your own, so that you.
That's what I'm thinking. Is like eventually when I get into hospital, I'm going to be eating their food. And it's
Which is nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
there's nothing. There's hospital food. Then there's cardiac hospital food, which is a complete. They give you no seasoning.
I was going to say it's bland.
Nothing. I mean, Garrett will be like, commandeering me in like, Mrs. Dash or whatever. So I can put
something.
Right? This needs something. Reading Spark of Light, page 64, and hoping to finish it tomorrow. Excellent. Pat says, I am back. Today is my roommate Christy's birthday. Well, happy birthday to her. Plus, she is working today, too. My Wi-Fi went down for 15 minutes, so no reading. Hopefully this afternoon I will read. That's good. Rose says 20% in. Really cute so far. Excellent. Pat, hope you can read later. Absolutely. Got to page 110. Excellent. Animate at 27% in a sparkle light. Yep. Cena read 1 chapter. Cajun finished her book. Yay!
Congrats.
Well done. Amy. I didn't get any reading done that sprint. I was letting my Corky baby outside. Then he wanted some attention, of course. Jen, I only read 3%, but I did get more housework done. Fantastic.
Nice.
I will be eating lunch and listening to Next Door 60% in during the next sprint. That's actually going to be it. After we're done this, we're going to be, but PK will be sprinting in an hour. So you can go head over to her channel. Actually, PK, can you post a link to your YouTube, please, in the comments, PK, or somebody? Row. Not just time. I've had time, but the energy to cook from scratch. Yes. These women are amazing. We all just have to do the best.
I now want to try to make my own mozzarella, but I'm like,
Ooh.
I watched them and it's like, it kind of looks fun, but it's time consuming. Like, I mean, but watching the, like, the Mennonite lady, the ex-Mennonite, like, make her all her own cheeses and all these different cheeses and talking about, like, clabbering the milk and all that stuff. And I'm like, it just sounds gross, but I'm guessing, I mean, because you eat it, but you don't realize how it's been made.
Exactly.
And everything.
Exactly.
And like she clabbers her own milk. She has to put it up where it's warm so that it can kind of ferment on its own, for like a day or so and that's how she makes her own cottage cheese and all these things.
Wow.
And she takes that clabbered milk and she does this other process with it and makes like this really, really creamy cheese out of it. Ooh. And she puts some jalapenos, like dried jalapenos, something like that in it, and she goes, this is our queso dip or whatever. Yeah. And they use the chips and stuff in it. And I was like, I want to do that. But it's like, how long did it take her to do that? It's like, but
that sounds delightful.
Yeah, it does. It's like, I want that. I don't want to take the time to make it, but I want that.
Right?
True.
No, I can't have Mrs. Dash. That was the joke, but they won't even give you that at the hospital. There's nothing.
He has to smuggle it in.
He has to smuggle it in.
Keep it under her blanket.
When I was there as a kid, my grandmother, because I was such a picky eater, I would not eat what they were giving us. My grandmother used to bring in like Kraft macaroni and cheese, right? Because that's what I wanted. And she would literally show up at the hospital and take the lid off and there would still be steam coming off of it. And the nurses would be like, she's not supposed to have that. And I just remember my grandmother going, do you want her to eat it all? Because This is how it's going to go, like this is what's happening.
You either let her have a little bit of this or she's not eating at all.
Exactly. So, I could eat breakfast all day at the hospital. Like, give it to me for every meal. Because it's like a cereal, toast, that I love. But then it's like salmon. Ooh, and no, sorry. No. I know a lot of you are probably going, ooh, salmon, but not hospital salmon.
I remember when my mom had to have surgery and you have to eat all your food before you go, before they let you out or whatever it is. Yeah, we took some of it and dumped it in the toilet.
You're like, we just got to wrap this up here. Come on.
Green Jello. Who wants to eat green Jello?
Yeah,
I quite like green Jello. Grandpa and I used to fight over it.
You got to be the weird one.
That's right. You acquire a taste for something at the hospital, okay?
That's hilarious.
PK says we'll be going for 5 hours. Read, hobby, nap, anything goes. I won't be napping though, I promise. Mm-hmm.
Watch on videos.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Rose says it's probably non-pasteurized milk too, probably straight from the cow.
Yep.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, she says you can't do it with regular milk that you get at the store. It has to be raw milk.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jillian, hi, welcome. Ro, PKO, nice. I need to get some reading done. Yes. Jillian, it's Ro. Amy, thank you for the sprints, ladies. Have a great weekend. You too, my dear. And Ambi, a lot of these women are stay-at-home moms, so they have the time to cook from scratch. That's true. But still, when you're wrangling kids,
but when you watch that lady, and she's got this huge garden and everything, and she's got the cows to take care of and the chickens and all that stuff. I mean, she's not just not doing anything too. She's got all this stuff.
She's got a harder job than I do.
Right, exactly. I'm going to work
and the canning and the making the dinner.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a full time, and it's
I
not
said,
even
I
because you
now-
don't
I now-
clock out.
I now
Right.
realize why they have lots of kids, because
Right.
they have to
Help.
always help to do
Right.
all this.
Plus, there's not much to do on a cold winter night.
There you
when don't
go.
have TV.
Because she has like 3, she has 5 kids at home, and I think there's like either 1 or 2 that's like not at the home anymore.
Wow. I'll have to watch some of these videos just to. I'll probably get addicted to them, just like y'all. Hello, dear.
You know, if anything, they just give some inspiration. Even if you're not going to do that,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you're like, oh well, I could do this. You know.
Yes, modify it for
I
yourself.
like watching her a day in the life, because you get to really see this is exactly what she does all day long. Like I don't think she sits down much at all, except for like at night after the kids are asleep and her and her husband have time to relax and read a book or do whatever.
For
I don't
5
think
minutes.
they have TV or any of that stuff
Yep.
either.
Yep. Good on them.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys have coming up? Well, actually, no, we'll save that for tomorrow on Tiffany's channel. But tomorrow on Tiffany's channel is Scavenger Hunt, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And it
The green
is
on the cover, I believe.
green on the cover. Yep. Are you going to be there tomorrow, Lee?
I am not.
What do you have coming up on your channel then? Anything?
I think I have December anticipated new releases.
Yay!
That's what I think.
Yay! As long as you're feeling better, that's all that matters.
That's I had some soup on this break because I'm trying to get myself back up.
I hear you. What about you, Storm? You got anything good coming up?
If I ever get it edited, I still have my like weekly read or recent reads or whatever that has 3 books that I read earlier, not the ones that I've finished. That's why I said it's like, well, because I watch a lot of this stuff, YouTube and stuff on my phone, and that's how I edit too. And so I'm like, I gotta quit watching stuff and edit.
You know, right?
There you go.
Mine is I gotta quit watching stuff and read.
That too.
Too many. There's not enough hours in the day. I've got to edit my vlog. I'm probably going to edit that this afternoon and get that posted for tomorrow. But yeah, so tomorrow over on Tiffany's channel, Scavenger Hunt. And like I said, at 3:00 Eastern Standard on PK's channel is going to be 5 hours of sprints where you can nap if you want to.
Yay.
So thank you so much, ladies, for joining. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next Saturday.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.